Gardeners don't like to admit this. Gardening in the city is not easy. It's come with its challenges. Yes, you're trying to do a little homesteading, mini plot this, a mini homestead, mini whatever it is, but you're in the city. You're surrounded by a concrete jungle and you're trying to have a green space filled with food. But it has its problems, and I'm going to tell you all that I've been experiencing and how it to impact the good, the bad, the ugly, how to move with it. Okay, let's go. You are dependent on the system, okay? No matter what you feel or think, you are dependent on the system. And when I say the system, you are dependent on the water supply, the rainfall, even the rainfall, yes, which the government or the county doesn't control, but all of that still impacts you, the amount you get based on the buildings that are around, the climate that you have within your backyard or the microclimate that is created because of infrastructure. All of that affects you, okay? So no matter what it says, no matter how dainty it sounds, how lovely it seems, there are certain things that you have zero control over, and the environment, the infrastructure is one of them, and what it provides or doesn't provide is one of them. Wastewater system, what they use to water their plants, water restrictions, all of that impacts you, because then you have to be resourceful, strategic, innovative, and find ways to make your gardening work, especially in an organic fashion, if that is what you want, okay? So just be mindful of that. You still be restricted, even though you're trying to function in an unrestricted manner. Small space, big limitations, okay? So here I am, my 7x7 plot space, and I'm trying to pack it with everything. I have 2 raised beds. I have just constructed, still in construction, so to speak, a tunnel, a food tunnel. I have gardening pots. I have pots to the side here. I've created a little herb tower here. I have a trellising system here, trying to do other things. And I have my backdrop that I'm using to grow produce on. All of this represents things that I choose to do to combat the limitation of space, okay? So just know that depending on where you live, the yard space may be this much, okay? And then the house is sitting on one space, and then what you have to use or call a backyard is one thing. Some people only have a balcony. You live in a condominium, whatever it is. You have just a matches box, but you're trying to make it work. So just know that yes, space is a limitation. That does not mean you can't have big dreams. You can't grow meaningfully, and you can't have a big harvest. Yes, you can. So here I am doing that in my small little space. And in case you're just joining me, know what you're building, because you can still take soil and build it, okay? You can still choose, see what is being offered, and you have something to use to put things in. So be not be dismayed, okay? Be not be dismayed. You can use what is around you, build it up, and still have a good harvest from it. And I have harvested before, okay? So now we're moving on. One other thing to know, this is something that I choose not to dwell on, but it happens. Yes, you're living in a community, an infrastructure, whatever it is, homes all around. You have neighbors very close to you. You're not living on 5 acres, 10 acres, 0 acreage you have. You're living on a plot. And what happens is those neighbors, they don't always show neighborly love, okay? Whatever form it comes in, it doesn't always translate to love. And I experienced that recently because some people, yes, they might be selfish, thinking they're doing something for the greater good. And my neighbor chose to spray his herbicide thing. It affected most people in the community. Of course, it impacted me greatly because I have a garden, a food garden, and I had to take a lot of stuff out and build again, okay? Just be mindful. That is one of the disadvantages of being in the city, okay? People who are like-minded are not necessarily living together, living on the same block, and everybody share different objectives, okay? So just be mindful and know that sometimes disappointments will come, but you just have to move on, rebuild, regroup, and it will strengthen you and strengthen your garden, okay? Moving on. Watering isn't easy, okay? You have to make an effort and strategize how you're going to do and fill your little space. Of course, I have this 2 liter, greater than 2 liter jar that I use to water my garden because this works out good, okay? But just remember, sometimes it might not be ideal. There might be a water shut off. There might be water restrictions, as I mentioned before, and that will impact you. Devise ways. I always make sure that this is filled. Even once I'm done watering, it's filled, my garden is satisfied, I refill this and put it back in its storage area so that if I come and water is off, I can still go at it. My plants won't suffer. My veggies will still grow. So those are the little things you have to be mindful of because they help to keep your garden going. Okay? So that's exactly what I do right now. Now for the good things. Smaller means greater manageability, greater control. I have something in a pot as opposed to a big plot of land that I can control. I know where things are. I can move. I can reshuffle. When the sun is this side, I can move my pots. And when I have seedlings, I know where to put them and how to take care of them. Here I have some okras and I'm feeling so good. I can't wait for them to pop. So those are the little things, okay? You can move, you can navigate because it is so small. It increases manageability. And that is what. Hi, my name is Deb, 2 Raised Beds to Freedom here, and I'm growing food in a small space, 7x7 plot in the middle of the city, trying to make the most of it, okay? And I am focused on being resourceful, not spending too much, and maximizing your harvest from it. If that resonates with you, come back, join me, subscribe to my channel, okay? I love good company and everyone invited into my small space, okay? So now we're talking about the limitations of growing in the city. You don't control, but you control your mind, you control your ambition, and that can push you forward. Let me tell you something else. Your soil, okay? Yes, that is the other challenge. Depending on where you are, I'm in Florida, zone 10B. Of course, Florida is known for its sandy soil. That's what I have to work with. That's what I have to build, to upgrade, to amend. It's not a killer, okay? It's not a killer of your garden. What you choose to do with it and the plants that you put in it is what determines the outcome, okay? So here I am. I go to the big box store and I choose the soil of my choice and what I can build with it. And I also compost, believe it or not, in this space. I have my little compost bin over there, a 5-gallon bucket that I got for free. I put free things in it from the yard. And yes, I get compost stew that I can use to fertilize my soil. So know what you're building. Big acreage does not have. The other thing now, you the gardener, it's not only about, yes, the garden, but you the gardener who is growing, who is learning as you go. That is exactly who I am. No, it increases resourcefulness. It increases resilience. Being small is not always bad because now you have to be strategic and intentional. You have to plan, have an outline, work with it, readjust, reamend, come back, and know what veggies fit your space. So that is exactly what I do, matching especially this time of year. Okay? So awareness increases, your resilience increases, your resourcefulness, being a good strategist increases, all in the name of the garden. And these are all skills that you develop that you can take elsewhere, okay? So those are my small points. These are things not said, especially in the city, because it is all good on the internet and everything is looking all pretty and perfect. But there are restrictions, but there are also good things, okay? So I choose to work with them. I choose to grow from it. And I want you to, okay? So Deb here with another point, and I want you to come along wherever you are, however small your area is, because you can still grow, still harvest something bountiful and get motivated for the next season. So keep growing, come back, because you never know what else we'll be talking about and you don't want to miss it. Take care. Bye.